Welcome to Family Gamer TV. Now today I want to talk about Disney Infinity. My kids have got a load out of this game. They've really enjoyed playing through all the play sets, and most recently they've been working through the Toy Story, and I've got Jessie here. But as well as that, they've been moving on towards the toy box. Now this is the part of the game where you can create your own adventures, edit the world yourself, and essentially make your own video games. But the thing is, I think a lot of parents and a lot of families just simply don't realise it's there or realise how to get started. So in the first of a series of videos, I want to talk you through how to get started with the toy box, where to go in the game, and how to make those first steps towards creating your own experiences and extending the fun and value you have with Disney Infinity. So I've got Jessie in the game. Here she comes, and we've loaded the toy box part of Disney Infinity, and you start here on this base portal, and you'll notice around the edges there's buttons of different colours. If we have a quick tour around of them, the green button is where you can pick a toy and bring that into the world. These are the toys that you already own, and we'll come back to that a bit later. The purple button takes you to the Hall of Heroes. Now this shows you all the items that you've collected, all those little tokens that you've purchased for the game. The orange button is where you can spin to win new items to use in your toy box. So let's have a quick spin and see what we're going to win here. Then this is where the real meat happens of toy box, is in this red button. So you stand here and you can go to these mastery adventures, and you'll see that each of these introduces you to a different element of toy box. So the best way to start, and this is what my family did, was just pick that building mastery adventure, and you'll see as we dip into that takes you through an experience, just shows you how to start piecing together your own world in Disney Infinity toy box. So you follow this little adventure, but as you're doing it, quite cleverly, the game's introducing you to the different controls that you need to use. So you look at placing items on the land, on the terrain. So here we're just popping down a couple of palm trees. Now this seems like quite a simple thing, but this is one of the core and key elements to being able to adjust the world of Disney Infinity in the toy box, and to start thinking of how you might create your own adventures. So if we just move on a bit, you can see as we follow our friend around the world, we are introduced to different ways of interacting, and you can do that in different views. There's the toy view, or there's the top-down view, and this gives you a chance to be able to position the items you're adding more accurately. Again, we'll just carry on. You can see we're progressing through this little adventure, and by the time you've spent with each of these mastery adventures, by the end of it, you have a good idea of how to place these items. Here, just placing this bridge, learning about moving it up and down through that sort of plane of view to get it in the right place so we can progress. So we head back to that central toy box area. Let's have a look at another aspect of toy box in Disney Infinity. So let's just pop off to that Hall of Heroes area, and you can see the items that you've collected here, and it gives you a chance to go and find out more about the different items you've got, and to discover and learn about these different tokens that you can place under your characters on the Disney Infinity base or under your playset piece. And that in the toy box world gives you a chance to change how it looks. So that Alice in Wonderland piece offers you the opportunity to change the whole world and the way the sky looks and the way the items look to have an Alice in Wonderland feel. So again, let's head back to that toy box central hub. So let's head back to that red button, one of the main ways to interact with the toy box. And as well as those mastery adventures, you also have normal adventures. Now these are the experiences associated with each of the toys you've currently got on the Infinity base. So along with the Toy Story playset and all that goes on there, for each of the figures you have a little toy box adventure. And my kids have really enjoyed going through each of their characters, unlocking those toy box adventures, and having a bit more of an extended play in the toy box. So here, let's have a look at the Jessie's Critter collection adventure. And you can see we jump in here. It gives us a little introduction to begin with, and we're tasked with collecting all these critters and getting them to the pen. And this is an example of the sort of experience that you could create using toy box. My kids enjoyed playing these, but the real light bulb moment was when they realised, hey, I could create a challenge and an adventure like this. And that's what sent them back to those mastery adventures to learn how to use it so we could start creating our own experiences. So here you can see Jessie's just rushing around, speed this up a bit, collecting all these critters. And you have to do it in a certain time and you get awarded different rewards. So let's head back to that red button. The final thing I want to look at here are the pre-built toy box worlds that you can access, again via this red button. Along with those mastery adventures and normal adventures, you have these pre-built toy box worlds. If we jump into this menu, you can see that along with the introductions that we've been looking at and the general launching of a default toy box, there's also toy box environments that relate to those playset adventures you've got. So Radiator Springs for Cars and Metroville for The Incredibles. And if you jump in here, you can experience those toy box environments that have been created around those themes. And again, as well as a lot of fun in there and a lot of challenge, they're also really good inspiration for the family to make their own toy box worlds. So now we're getting towards the stage where you're probably eager to make your own toy box world, and the best way to do that is to load an empty toy box environment. So that jumps you into the toy box with a clean slate, this big green baize stretching out before us, just asking to be played with. My kids get quite excited every time we start a new one of these spaces and adventures, and I'm excited to see what they're going to create. Start picking toys and start making their own world. So there you go. I think you'll agree it's much simpler and much more straightforward than you might imagine, and also with a few easy steps by following through those tutorials, by having and exploring the game and essentially having fun either on your own or cooperatively. You can create new experiences that means you get much more value out of Disney Infinity. Now we'll be back with more videos that look at that toy box mode and look at a particular world that my family are in the process of making, and then how to take those on to the next stage, how to make connections to actually give some functionality and some interactions to the worlds you're creating. That's all we've got time for today on Family Gamer TV. We'll be back with more Disney Infinity soon.